welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm doing another junk journal with me video. I was actually surprised at how many people were like interested in the last one that I made, so I'm gonna do another one of those. I'm here with my Archer and Olive journal. I cannot wait to get my stuff from their new release. It is so cute. Everything is beautiful and like vintage themed. But I'm gonna go ahead and just like do a quick flip through, I guess, before we get into this of like the junk journal spreads that I've made. I've mainly been doing these on like Instagram Reels and TikTok, but I figured, you know, maybe a little catch-up video of like what I've been doing in this journal might be interesting to some of you. Some of the spreads aren't done. Some of them I like more than others, but I'm going to start this video out with just like a flip through of the journal. I know I did a quick flip through in the beginning of the last video that I did, so I'm like debating, do I start from the spread where I was, or do I just like do a full flip through? I'm going to do the first part like kind of quick, and then I will show you a little bit more in depth of the more recent spreads. So we've got this one, and then this one, not one of my favorites, but it is cute. I've got this one. I like this one a lot. This one has like a bunch of fun little scrapbook paper fragments. This is the video that I did, or like this is the spread that I did for my last junk journal video, and I'll like link it down below or like in a little card or whatever. So if you're interested in seeing this one and you haven't seen it yet, this was my first like junk journal with me video on this channel using some squirrels from my own sticker shop. And then this one is Maggie Holmes round trip stuff. I used the cute little bus ephemera and then the map, and this one, this like floral is from According to Adaeze. Same with this. Create with Mandy washi tape. It's just so cute. I love just the simplicity of it. It doesn't really go on to the other side of the spread. It's just like travel themed, you know? And then this one, I do want to add like a touch of washi to this like photograph to make it match the other two, but I was going for like beachy vibes. I'll just do it right now while I talk about this one. So I got this According to Ally order in the mail, and the packaging she's been using lately have these like fun little paper bags that hold all the stickers, and they're printed with like some of her floral patterns. So I cut apart the bag and then use that as the background layer. It's like a hibiscus print. And then I'm like, I'm going for beachy, you know, it's hibiscus. So I layered these Taylor Ryan Designs Polaroid stickers on top of it, which I'll be using some of those today. They're some of my favorite junk journaling supplies. Red Lyrics sticker doll. I think the ephemera is from Jen Hadfield. This is like Maggie Holmes stickers, and then the Dalmatian dots are from my own shop. This one, I don't know, it's not like done yet. I think this could use a little bit more, but I had some leftover scrapbook paper that I'm like, okay, I'll finish it off. I used According to Ally's like photo frames, and then I layered it with some Maggie Holmes stickers. This one is definitely not done. It's just kind of the basis of something. I actually started making a spread in my catch-all planner using this paper and like the washi, and then I had to peel it all up because it just wasn't going well. So I'm like, well, I don't want to waste all the scrapbook paper because I love the scrapbook paper. So I moved it into here as kind of the start of something, and I figured I could just like build it up as I see like time in my schedule, you know? So this is kind of the beginning of something, but it's not finished yet. This one is really cute. I love this one with like the According to Ally daisies. This is Create with Mandy. I used a bunch of like Bo Bunny ephemera to do like the berries. More of those Taylor Ryan Designs photographs. And I'll try to link like the shops down below, or like the ones that kind of are reoccurring. So like the Taylor Ryan and the According to Ally, that kind of thing. This one, I was really inspired by this MU's Designs Lazy Daisy washi tape, and I'm like, okay, it gives me kind of like Secret Garden vibes. So I paired it with this photograph with the cute yellow like door, and then these mockingbirds are from LPTG Creates, and I thought, really cute combo. I'm really going in on like the blue and yellow that's in that washi tape, so I brought in some like ephemera pieces and this kind of fun like text in the background, and I just love the way this one turned out. And I think this one is probably my like favorite thing right now. So I was going for a monochrome look. I had a bunch of supplies come in the mail from a Cherry on Top Crafts, and I'm like, I want to use like a bunch of red. I don't really plan with a lot of red, so it was kind of calling to me. So this like little like guest check thing, all the ticket stubs, those are from like Dear Lizzie. And then I have some washi tape on top, the Taylor Ryan Designs photographs again, or like the Polaroid stickers. The paper in the background I think is Bo Bunny, as are the butterflies. And then I combine them with these fun line art lilies from According to Ally. I thought like a touch of like some line art florals would be really cute. And then I wanted like a sticker doll from Red Lyrics, and this girl is wearing a gorgeous red dress. So I was like, okay, we'll do a monochrome kind of thing for this. And that brings us to today. So I'm going to kind of divide this video out into segments. So if you want to like click ahead, they're all like labeled in the video itself. But this is the spread I'm working with today, and now I'm going to show you what supplies I have pulled to do my junk journaling. As I had mentioned in my Cherry on Top crafts video, I was most excited to use this Maggie Holmes Heritage Ephemera kit. So there's a lot of really cute like vintagey elements in here, and I'm getting close so you can hopefully see kind of what's in here, and I'll flip through this as well. So we've got the ephemera pieces, the Heritage collection, which I don't actually own anything else from the Heritage collection, but if I like planning with this, maybe I'll find some more stuff on like scrapbook.com or a Cherry on Top or whatever. So the Maggie Holmes Crepe Paper Heritage collection. And then I also have these really cute little Polaroid stickers from Taylor Ryan Designs. And I saw this one the other day and I'm like, oh, this like Gothic architecture, that would be just so gorgeous to pair with like some vintage stuff. And then we've got a hand. It's very aesthetic, so I thought the coloration in this would match well with like the vintagey stuff because it's like sepia, like tan cream colors. I also grabbed this Bo Bunny Beautiful Things paper pad because I thought this like music note or the sheet music paper would be really cute. I like how it has these kind of like coffee stains up here in this corner, so maybe this would be like a good starting layer for the spread, and then we can get like the ephemera kind of layered on top of it. Also grabbed what I had left of the According to Ally Daisy stickers. I just think these are gorgeous little florals. They're on paper, so they layer really well with the other stickers, or like the photographs and the paper, because you're not getting like things showing through them. So I'm going to use like these daisies. Maybe I'll cut the stems off of them. I haven't quite decided. Last time I used them, I cut all the stems off just to like get like the more daisy part of the daisies, but still really cute. And you can use my code Caitlin10 for 10% off of your order at According to Ally. I do have an affiliate link that's linked down below, and it does really greatly help me out if you use that link when you're shopping from her shop. It just helps me kind of create content on my channel and fund the supplies that I'm using. So we've got the According to Ally daisies. And speaking of daisies, we've got this cute sheet that came in the mail recently from Adaeze & Co. And I love like these moths. I'm just really on a moth kick. I'm actually working on some moths again for my own shop because I had a moth sheet in the past, and then I'm like, I want a different color palette of the moths. I want something a little bit brighter. But these moths are like orange and cream colors, and I thought they'd be just gorgeous paired with like the sepia tones. So this is kind of what I'm thinking like supplies wise. And I also have the According to Ally like craft paper spotty dotty washi. That might be a nice tone to incorporate in there. I can find some more washies as I work through this, but this is kind of like my supplies starting place, and I'll link things down below as best I can in case you're interested in ordering any of these like supplies from any of these shops. When I'm planning in my junk journal, I do like to do like a combination of like bigger brands, you know, things you get at Joann's or on like the scrapbooking websites, so like the Bo Bunny and the Maggie Holmes. And then I like to combine it with some smaller shop stuff as well. So like these brands are some of my faves. So I like to just kind of do a combination of different design styles and like just different kinds of things. You know what could also be fun? These Create with Mandy book stars. Like we've got the music note, but the book stars might be cute too. So I'll try to keep you looped into like what I'm planning with and like if I add more elements, but this is my like starting place for the spread. Now we're gonna get into the planning. So, well actually I wanna unbox this like first and just flip through the Heritage ephemera for you real fast. Sorry about that. So the Heritage collection of ephemera comes with 40 pieces, 10 of them are vellum pieces. So like this one that says, "You Make Life Beautiful" is a vellum piece. So it has a really cute little like pennant, but it's a very fun texture to play around with. I don't know if this is considered one piece or three, but I love stamps. I've just been like obsessed with everything like stamps aesthetic lately. And these will break apart from each other. I'm not going to do it now because I want them to like stay together because I'm probably going to use them on the same spread. So for my own storage reasons, we're not going to break them apart, but I like the cute little stamps. These are the moments I want to keep in my heart forever. So we got some text that we can include in here. That is one of the struggles with like planning with the ephemera kits, is that they don't always have like quotes, and I like to have a little bit of text in my spreads, so this is a nice inclusion. We've got a butterfly. It's like pink and mustard yellow, or like a brown, a warmer brown tone. We've got some little tags. Some of the Maggie Holmes florals. This is just the floral style that she does a lot of, but it's in the color palette that matches this ephemera kit. We've got a swan with a bow on its neck. How gorgeous. Another little ephemera piece that's kind of like a family tree, where it's like a branch, but it has these like little spots on it. I don't know what to think about it, but I think it's kind of fun. And the nice thing about the vellum is that you can like layer them with other elements and like have things show through. Another tag with like silhouette on it. So that's kind of the vibe of this set, is like silhouettes and vintagey ephemera. We've got another vellum piece that has like this leaf border around it. We've got a tiny little tag with a bow on it. We've got "You Are Everything." Oh, and it's in that like kind of portrait frame. This is a little photograph of like a girl, and there's like a parent watching from the doorway. It has these little photo corners on it, so it's just like so cute. I like the black and white photograph thing. We've got the little things with like these kind of pressed florals and leaves around it. Vellum text, "Some Kind of Wonderful." We've got this one that has a bird on it. It's like a photograph of a bird, and it's kind of like a green tone. Just a little ribbon. You could like write something on it if you wanted to, or you could just like kind of tack it onto another element. We've got "Hello." I'm seeing, yep, another little frame. So you could do like a gallery wall kind of thing with all of these little frames kind of hanging together. Vellum florals that seem kind of like vintagey floral pattern. You know, the grandma florals. You know them, you love them. This one I do think got dinged up in the shipping, or like folded, but I think it should be fine if I just like unfold it. So it's vellum as well, and that's probably why it didn't make it like completely whole, but it says gathered. I don't know what I would do with gathered. Maybe I could like cut it after gather, you know, like gather with your family. We've got some ticket stubs, and these ones will break apart as well. They say historic theater single admission. And I like that there's multiple of these, so you could do like a repeating element in your spread, so you would have like 4 of them. We've got memory, which things are recalled to, so like the definition of memory on this little stub. Small but important details. This is a larger piece with like a floral border. We've got some more sheet music, so that would match with like the sheet music paper that I'm using in this spread. First place, like a little ribbon. This is a map of some sort, and then it has a floral next to it. This is kind of a fun piece, and you can cut it apart because there's like multiple different sections on this, or you could like use it as one thing. We've got a Polaroid photograph, same kind of like family moment kind of photography on these. I think I'm going to lean towards the Taylor Ryan Designs photographs in the spread, but there's some nice little elements in here that I could use in a different thing. We've got butterflies on vellum. We've got this vellum like leafy circle kind of thing. One of a kind with the black and white florals around it. You've got more vellum. It feels like there's more than 10 vellum pieces in this. This like vellum leafy kind of thing that you could like write a word on, or like put another sticker on top of. This bigger piece that says beauty, and it has some florals. To keep in my heart forever. There's a bird, hollyhock, palling bell. I'm not sure what that means, but it's on there. Probably the kind of floral it is. Like, they look like hollyhocks. And then palling bell is probably the variety. We've got this cute little blue floral outlined shape. So I don't tend to write in my junk journal, but like if I used a shape like this, I could write something out, or even stamp something. Like, I never use stamps, but it would be fun to like stamp something. We got florals on a tag. I've got some little letters. We've got "You're one of a kind." Another little circular frame thing with like a floral in it. I wish I got like some of the circular frames that had like the silhouetted figures on them, you know? Home on vellum. Maybe I'll use some vellum in this spread. I don't know, I don't really use a lot of vellum, but it could be fun to try something new. And then we've got the art of living begins with being aware and looking up in order to truly see and experience the beauty that is already right in front of you. Definitely want to use this. I love like the typography on it. This is just so fun. Okay, I'm gonna pull aside just a number of pieces that I'm interested in using in this spread and then put the rest of them back in the packaging. So as far as ephemera goes, this is kind of what I pulled. A lot of things with text on them. I'm not going to use all of them, obviously, but I think having a smaller working pile will kind of help keep me on track rather than like rifling through the ephemera pack again and again throughout the course of this video. All right, so I'm backing out a little bit just to get a better view while I'm planning, but I want to keep things kind of close up because I'm really just going to be focusing on these pages for this one. But now it is finally time to get stuff on the pages. I've been filming for 20 minutes. I probably should get something on the pages, you know? So I'm going to start with my scrapbook paper. That's kind of where I like to begin when I'm doing my junk journaling, and I'm just going to tear it out of here. I'm not quite sure what I want to do like shape-wise for it just yet, because sometimes I'll like glue little angled pieces on, sometimes I will rip it up, sometimes I cut it into strips. In this particular case, I do want to make sure that like we're getting like that coffee thing. I want like the sheet music. I don't know. All right, brief filming break for dinner, but I am back and I found my scissors. And I'm thinking what I want to do with the scrapbook paper in this spread is keep it kind of boxy. So I'm going to cut it up into some rectangles. And I'm trying to keep this like piece that has the really cute little coffee stained edge kind of paired together. I'm just going to cut a rectangle. And I'm thinking like maybe one like up here and then the other one like down there. Or should I like, here, let me try something else. I'm going to cut this one into 2 rectangles. I don't know if I want them to be exactly the same size. I think I might want them to be. And plus it has this kind of like speckled edge from coming out of the scrapbook paper pad. So I do like to try to cut that off if I can. So we've got these 2 like segments here. So I'm thinking like that. And then I'm going to go back here and just kind of clean up that top edge. Trying to keep it close to the edge because, again, I don't want to get rid of those little markings that make it like so unique. So we've got this going on for us right now. I think that's kind of a nice like ground, but I do need to grab my Tombow Monodots adhesive. And I'm going to take this and use it to apply these to the pages. So I think I might be out of the Monodots on this one. I don't remember if I brought a second one with me. Oh gosh, this might not be good. We're in luck. I have one more refill in my pencil bag because I'm just staying at my parents' right now for a little bit. So I'm like, oh, did I bring any more of the refills or do I need to go back to Joann's tonight? Because I do want to finish this spread. I'm excited about the direction it's going in, but I'm just going to replace the little insert on this. I had a whole bunch of Michael's Rewards cash the other day, and I'm like, I don't normally have a problem spending $55 at Michael's. I had $55 in rewards cash. Like, normally I go into Michael's and I have a hard time spending less than $55, you know? But when it's the rewards cash, the stakes are just so high. So I'm like, okay, what can I buy to make this like rewards cash redemption like the best like possible outcome, you know? Like, what's the best rewards opportunity I can get here? So I'm like, maybe I should get more of the Tombow adhesive runner things. They're just so expensive at Michael's. I feel like even with the 20% off deal that they were doing, so I had a 20% off coupon for every regular price item in the store. Even if I use that, I think they're still a better price on Amazon. And granted, they would have been like free because I had the dollars, but I don't know, I still couldn't justify it. I'm like, I need to pick things that are like the best deal when they're at Michael's. So for example, I got this really cute set of like Tombow dual-sided brush pens, and they were on sale for $15, and then I got 20% off of that, and then they were free because, you know, the rewards dollars things. So I'm like, that's a good deal. The Tombow things, on the other hand, not that great of a deal. Also, the Cricut mats at Michael's, I grabbed this little like vellum piece. I thought could be kind of fun, like right here. The Cricut mats at Michael's are like $18 now. And I want to take a pause and find my like photograph, my Polaroids before I do that. Okay, so, ooh, I like this. This is kind of cute. I just don't know how well this is gonna go down if I put like the adhesive on the back of it. As I was saying, the Cricut mats have gone up in price, and then they like are like, oh, they're 40% off, and what a great deal. Like, you know, they give the illusion that they're on this great sale, but now they're just as much as they were before. And when I buy them on Amazon, I can get a 3-pack of them for like $18, so it's not that good of a deal. And then Target also has Cricut mats for really cheap, like $7 or $8. So I'm like, why would I buy these at Michael's? You know, they're really overpriced at Michael's. There are some things at Michael's that just like such a markup. I'm gonna take this Polaroid photo with like the really cool architecture, the Gothic chapel kind of thing. We're gonna go right here. I like the way that the vellum kind of comes out from behind it. And then I think this one's gonna go onto this piece of the sheet music, or rather the 2 pieces of the sheet music. So these are stickers, they're die cut, so you do have to get your fingernail like right up underneath the 2 layers, or in between those 2 layers. But once you do, you've got a sticky little Polaroid picture. So you don't have to put adhesive on the back of these, they are already stickers. Took me a minute to realize that at first, because I'm like, oh, I'll just like Tombow them down into the planner. But they are stickers. So we've got a hand over on that side. I'm looking for washi tape, and I just got these ones in the mail from my Simply Gilded warehouse sale order. This one is like the cream bows with the little polka dots. I think it works well because I'm just planning with a lot of cream tones in this video. My last spread was a monochrome one. Might be doing another monochrome thing again today. I unwrapped the larger of the 2. I feel like the skinny one might just not be the one for this spread, but I want to get a layer of washi tape going in here, and then I could pair this, I think, pretty well with the According to Allie craft paper spotty dotty washi. So I'm thinking if I just like put like a stretch of it right over here and like rip it off on top of the Polaroid, that might be kind of fun. I do like the foiled accent that it gives because none of my other like stickers or like ephemera are foiled. Some of the ephemera packs that I buy have like foiled ephemera, but I think the like special interest like thing in this one was like the vellum. So no foil in the Heritage Collection ephemera. And I'm just kind of like balancing out, like if I do something up here, I'll do it over there. I also grabbed this vellum piece that has the like dragonfly or moth or butterfly thing on it, because I was like, okay, maybe I want to like balance out these ones, but I feel like I much prefer these ones to like this. I just wanted to experiment with the vellum, but we've got one piece on the page, so I think we're fine with that. Other options we've got are like the black and white photograph, which could be like, I don't hate that right there. I know I want to get this one. The art of living begins with being aware and looking up in order to truly see and experience the beauty that is already right in front of you. So I feel like it would be good in that cluster. And then I don't want to put like that there. I don't like that as much. The little tag, the coloration's not my fave for this. Maybe that could be kind of cute, just having like that little like silhouette right there. And then the other pieces that I pulled are a little big for the spread, I think. Like I think these are a little too big. And then home, I don't know about that one. So I'm gonna put these ones into place now, using that same Tombow monodots adhesive, and I just switched it out so it just runs so nice and smooth right now. I feel bad covering up most of this like vellum piece, but I think that's one of the fun things about junk journaling is like putting things in layers and just kind of letting it evolve rather than like placing everything in a way that it's all going to be visible, you know? I don't know if I made myself very clear there, but it's about the process rather than like being really focused in on, okay, this is going to show through in this way. I'm just building up layers and going off of how it feels. So I'm going to add my little text right up here on top of the music notes. I still have a fair amount of the music, like the sheet music showing through, so I like the way this worked out, and it still is clear that it's 2 separate pieces. The main draw to the paper was like this interest corner up here, so I don't want to put too much over that. I'm thinking the next direction I want to go in is like the florals, and I love this cluster of like 3 of them kind of growing. For the other ones, I might cut off like the stems, but for this one, I want to keep them kind of connected. I think it's a really cute little sticker. Allie does such an amazing job with like all of her floral stickers. I'll get close so you can see it. Like the detailing on these is just gorgeous. So for something like this, I think I kind of like it on top of the washi tape where it's intersecting her. You can still see that she's a silhouette and you are getting only overlap on the hand part of that sticker. I got a little overlap with the fingers with this like text piece, but I think that's fine. And then maybe if I have the stem on this one, we'll do like one more stemmed one. So I'll take this kind of large daisy and it can go like right over here. So both of the daisies that I've placed are on top of the washi tape, and I like the way that worked out. And then for something like this, I think it's like really like a nice full round floral, and I don't know if I like the stem coming off of it. So I'm just gonna cut that real fast. And the like remaining stem piece that's like right over here, it just looks like another piece of petal at this point because nice little lines kind of radiating outwards. I want to put it up here, but I think it needs like something underneath it. Or I could like stick it right there. Or maybe, I don't know if it needs to be on this side. Although like up here is kind of cute. I'll put it on this like edge of the text. I'm making sure not to intersect that just so it's still readable. And I don't know if I need any more of these right now. I've got the book stars. I'm gonna hold off on that. I want to make sure these get in. So I'm going to pick a couple like moth stickers to go into my spread. I like this one. This one might be the biggest one on the sheet. That's kind of why I'm going for it. This one's going to go on top of the architecture. Again, trying to like keep this area visible still. And then we'll take one more of them. I'm going to do 2 on the left side and then 1 on the right side because I did the opposite with the daisies, like 2 and then 1. And I think I want this one kind of in that like arched area just to like really highlight the vellum piece that I put in there. Because, you know, I don't exactly like that they're facing the same direction, but when I do the other side of the spread, I can kind of account for that and place it the opposite. So like, looks like the hand is kind of catching this moth or like reaching up towards it. I feel like this needs something bold. I grabbed this ephemera piece. I don't remember which set exactly this is from, and I'm going to punch out the like in-between pieces. It says together. I don't know exactly how that ties to like the like kind of vintagey feel of this, but I mean, we got like some family scenes. We got like some people in here, so maybe together is fine. I just like the typography of it, and if I had to take a stab at it, I'd say Maggie Holmes because this reminds me of like her lettering. I think it could be from like Round Trip maybe, but I'm thinking together is gonna go like right here. I know it blocks out like some of that nice like architecture if I do it that way. So maybe together goes like lower. I just can't tell. I feel like I do like it like right through the middle of that photograph, and it wouldn't, I don't like that as much. It just needs something like bigger up here in the top, you know? Something to weigh out the black of that like silhouette art. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it here. I think that's what makes me happiest. So we're going with it. In cases like this where I'm dealing with like really skinny little letters, I typically will take like a glue pen. I have like a Zig glue pen that does a little bit of a better job than the Monodots adhesive on getting into these tiny little areas. But I just don't know where it is right now. I think it's still in my pencil bag and I just have that in the other room. So we're gonna make do with what we have, mainly out of pure laziness. So we're gonna take together, and I'm trying to think of a way where it's still like leaving that really cute like floral shaped window visible. Can even bump it up like here. Yeah, it's right on top of that moth, but I don't know. Let's see if I can move it. Because then I could adjust it to like be at a different angle too, so it's not the same as the other moth that I've already placed. So I peeled that up. This is like glued on the back, so I don't want to like set it down somewhere. Put that one just kind of up in that direction. I think that's better. And then together, it's gonna go right here. It's not covering up too much of that like corner that I really like, so I'm happy with that placement. I'm trying to decide if I want to bring in this According to Allie washi, and it wouldn't hurt just to like swatch some of it out and just like see how it feels overall. Like if I pair it with this other washi, like right here, I kind of like that. So I'll add this in just to bring in one more like taupe brown tone, just right down there, and then I'll do the same on the other side. I layered those daisies over the washi tape, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it like right on top of the washi like I did over here, but we can take a stab at it. Let's see what works, and it could even go somewhere like completely different. I don't like it over the floral, but the Simply Gilded washi tape is like a waxy enough texture that I should be able to just peel this floral up real fast and then sneak the washi tape in underneath it. Whether or not the floral goes down into the same, like stays back in the same place is like a completely different story. But again, that glue pen, one of my best friends, it's kind of going underneath this image, so I'm just gonna peel that out of the way to make a little space for it. And I'm gonna let this one be a little bit longer than the cream washi tape because on the other side it was shorter, so kind of balancing some stuff out. And I like the way that it looks over the photograph. You're getting some cool like experimentation with opacity there. Trimming up that edge so that it's not overlapping the edge of my journal. And I feel like it might need a third spot because this is looking a little empty right there by that floral. So I'm just gonna add one little touch of the washi tape just into that area. So sometimes I'll just add like the smallest bit of washi tape, but I think it makes a big difference in adding some color up into this area that's a little bit lighter than the rest of the spread. Trying to decide if I really need any of these other ephemera pieces that I pulled. Like, I like that, but I like these moths better. One of a kind. Yeah, I don't know. I'm liking the visual balance of the two pieces. Like this kind of space between them helps kind of like negotiate between the two areas. So I don't want to like take up too much of that. And then home, I don't know. I'm gonna go through the ephemera pack one more time because maybe I can find like another tag like this that would be kind of cute to like put on this intersection point. I didn't find anything that like made me super excited to put it right there, so I think that means that it's at a good space or at a good state. And I'm like thinking about these, like I will test one out just to see how I feel. Cause like, I don't know, like it might be overkill at this point. There's such a similar like color to the sheet music, but like a completely like different vibe, you know? It's hard to make sense of what I'm saying, but I just don't know if they're right for like what I've got going on. They're really sharp and angular, and I feel like, yes, I use those like rectangles as a geometric background, but there's not anything that really has like a lot of really sharp angles like this. Okay, so last thing I want to do. I think this is going to be almost the end. I like the gold foiling on those bows. I think a lot of it got covered up. So I'm taking this acrylograph pen. It is a 3mm Archer and Olive acrylograph pen. It is gold, it is shiny, and I'm going to use this just to add in a little bit extra shine. So I'm going to put some dots in here, just kind of around the different shapes that I'm like playing with. So like the florals, maybe up here. I like the contrast of having like some on the pages themselves and some on like the sticker layers that I have built up, like the scrapbook paper or whatever. It's not going to be perfect, but it's just another little something that fills in some space. I'm not sure that it was like the right decision, but we're too late now to go back, so we're going to have to make it the right decision, you know? And I feel like the tip of this pen is like slowly coming out of the base. But I don't want to like press it back into place right now with like bare hands. So we're just gonna let it be. I'm gonna add just a few more like random little dots around. Little dots. It is acrylic paint, so I need to be careful that I'm not like getting it all over my hands when I like move from spot to spot, but I like it. And I think I need to call this done. I'm excited about the way this turned out, but let me just get a closer look for you so you can get all the little details. I'm zoomed in a bit closer. I think this is so fun with all the vintagey ephemera that's coming out of that Maggie Holmes Heritage Collection. I love being able to use these moth stickers. I just think they're gorgeous, and the color palette worked out really well. So this is the first thing, or like the first ephemera pack that I'm using. Well, actually, no, it's not, because I used the Dear Lizzie one in this one. So it's the second ephemera pack that I'm using out of my A Cherry on Top crafts order, but I think I have an idea in mind of which one I want to use next, so I'll let you be surprised. I post a lot of these like junk journal with me videos on like TikTok and Instagram, so if you're interested in seeing some like quicker, more fast-paced versions of this, you can check out those videos. But I'm happy with the way this turned out. I think the clusters are beautiful. I love the like kind of collision of styles, and I'm pleased with it. So there you have it, my junk journal spread for this, I want to say like this week, but it's not like for a week, you know, it's just, it's in this journal. I don't really write in these, and someone asked me in my last like video comments, like, have you ever considered like actually like journaling in the junk journal? And I'm gonna be completely honest here, I don't actually find a lot of joy in journaling. I really don't like writing about my life. I don't like writing like journal entries. It's just not for me. I don't find a lot of joy in it, and it seems to like, every time I set up a creative journal, I'm like, it feels more like a chore than something I want to do. So I don't want to write in it for that reason, and also I just love the way that these spreads are, and I'm kind of concerned that if I were to like just write on the background, it would ruin it, you know, like throw off the visual weight, or like if I spell something wrong, then it's permanently on my pretty journal. And I just like being able to like do the art thing. Like, you know, it's more of an art journal than like a journal per se. So that's kind of my rationale there. But there are some like spreads in here where I'm like, okay, there's a lot of room here. Like I could see where, like if someone else had this and they're like, I want to journal in this, like there's a lot of writing room. So I could see like this being a good option for someone who like actually wants to like journal, but it's just not for me. But it doesn't have to be. There you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.